Someone just betrayed you. Someone you trusted just turned against you. Someone just attacked your character, your work, your reputation. Your blood is boiling. Your mind is racing with thoughts of revenge. But before you respond, before you strike back, before you let them drag you down to their level, listen to this. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire at its peak. He commanded the most powerful military force in human history. He could have crushed any enemy with a single word. Yet this philosopher-emperor chose a different path when facing betrayal, opposition, and hatred. His method transformed enemies into teachers and turned every attack into an opportunity for growth. The first principle Marcus Aurelius lived by was this: your enemy's character reveals nothing about you, but your response reveals everything. When his trusted general Avidius Cassius declared himself emperor and launched a rebellion, Marcus could have responded with brutal force. Instead, he wrote, "The best revenge against your enemy is not to be like him." He chose to maintain his virtue while others abandoned theirs. In our modern world, we see this same choice every day. In boardrooms where colleagues scheme behind your back, in relationships where trust gets shattered, on social platforms where strangers attack your character. The temptation is always the same: to mirror their behavior, to sink to their level, to fight fire with fire. But Marcus knew that when you respond to evil with evil, you create two villains instead of stopping one. The second principle is that patience becomes your greatest weapon when others choose impatience. Marcus wrote in his Meditations, "How much trouble he avoids, who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does, but only to what he does himself." When facing opposition from the Roman Senate, criticism from philosophers, and rebellion from his own generals, Marcus never rushed to defend himself or attack others. Today, this translates perfectly to our instant response culture. Someone sends a nasty email, and we fire back immediately. Someone posts something attacking us, and we respond within minutes. But Marcus teaches us that the person who controls their response time controls the entire interaction. Let them be frantic. Let them be reactive. You remain calm, thoughtful, and strategic. The third principle involves transforming your enemies into your teachers. Marcus believed that people who wrong us actually provide us with our greatest opportunities for growth. He wrote, "The cucumber becomes bitter. Throw it away. There are briars in the road. Turn aside from them. This is enough. Do not add. Why do such things exist in the world?" When Cassius rebelled, Marcus used it as an opportunity to demonstrate mercy and wisdom to his entire empire. When critics attacked his philosophical writings, he used their criticism to refine his thinking. Every enemy became a mirror, showing him where he could grow stronger, wiser, more virtuous. In our lives, that difficult boss becomes your patience teacher. That backstabbing colleague shows you the importance of choosing trustworthy allies. That person spreading rumors about you demonstrates the value of living with such integrity that their lies become obviously false to anyone who knows you. The fourth principle is that forgiveness frees you more than it frees them. Marcus understood that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. He wrote, "Whenever you want to cheer yourself, consider the good qualities of your companions." Even when discussing people who had wronged him, he looked for their positive traits. This does not mean being naive or failing to protect yourself. Maintained strong boundaries and removed dangerous people from positions where they could harm others. But he refused to let their actions poison his own heart. Forgiveness became his way of refusing to let anyone else control his inner state. Modern research confirms what Marcus knew intuitively. People who practice forgiveness have lower stress hormones, better sleep, stronger immune systems, and greater life satisfaction. When you forgive, you are not letting the other person off the hook. You are taking yourself off the hook of carrying their burden. The fifth and final principle is that virtue becomes your ultimate form of revenge. Not revenge in the sense of harming others, but revenge in the sense of winning so completely that their attacks become irrelevant. Marcus wrote, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like your enemy." When you respond to hatred with wisdom, to betrayal with integrity, to attacks with grace, you do something powerful. You demonstrate a level of character that makes their behavior look petty and small by comparison. You show everyone watching, including yourself, what true strength looks like. Across the world today, we see examples of this principle in action. Healthcare workers responding to criticism with continued service during global health challenges. Leaders maintaining their vision despite fierce opposition. Ordinary people choosing kindness in the face of cruelty. These modern Stoics understand what Marcus knew. Virtue is not weakness, it is the highest form of strength. The path Marcus Aurelius offers is not easy. It requires tremendous self-discipline to remain virtuous when others choose vice. It demands courage to forgive when anger feels more satisfying. It takes wisdom to see enemies as teachers when your instinct is to see them as threats. But this path leads somewhere beautiful. It leads to a life where no one else can control your peace, where betrayal cannot break your spirit, where enemies cannot diminish your character, where you become truly untouchable, not because nothing can hurt you, but because nothing can make you abandon your principles. Marcus Aurelius faced rebellions, plagues, wars, and personal tragedies. Through it all, he maintained his commitment to virtue, wisdom, and forgiveness. His writings survive today, not because he was the most powerful man of his time, but because he showed us how to transform power into wisdom, anger into understanding, and enemies into opportunities for growth. The next time someone betrays you, attacks you, or tries to drag you down, remember the philosopher emperor. Choose virtue over vice. Choose patience over reactivity. Choose forgiveness over bitterness. Choose to rise above while they sink below. This is not weakness. This is the highest form of strength. If this moved you, comment "The Citadel holds" below. It is our sign that you carry the philosophy with you. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.